Assalamu alaikum and batting on Balton to Lambal Jaila and Bal welcome into the program on Kaminke every Wednesday and Kaminke Gunjur online TV to and then the technical staff all Bal Bismillah once again. Bifana Nata Murun Bim Araboleti be March Carola Tilitan Sabanin killing Numbiti time over damin tolla in Angalteri Jang Safalit Mafamola. Talawora wula tamida miniti lula domanding Gambia ngabra tarawora tamida miniti lula America the Eastern time of nyami ngamira talam fula tamida miniti lula be na program or na topic o mi yalon kumba discourse la wala mu be in the dialogue of the youth too wala mumbe na Gambia la ko le jibela sa ko Gunjur mbe focus la wala kan na nyin Chinese company mini ya lonko ibije fish meal ka nyetulo bondi wala nye powder wol ka woda da bare nata ke nyo saban sabawti butun nyin kusi falm bole discourse la sila mbirin Chinese sol na ranyanta na fala le bare mbe question o min nyin kaka wala foy ben na fa kan ne ba economically foy be employment fadang foy ka puru na do kol se so ne adinde wol bul funding kel wol fo be ma koy kan anin na nyanto na denden wala min na environment o tibiri nata nan ila naye mun mine sabu purubi adiamo siata Gunjur anda sabu le Gunjur damma different o siata je wala nyo sabo siata je dolbe karadola andu amanyen na kala wala nyam nin mol nata kan tolla banko la fewol min be banko koto wonyantan tol na fala la nyantan kambendi la barbiya amanyen na different o na felana but nyimu topical to min kumayata nin one of the dynamic councillor na ward councillor Gunjur ni wobi jam pour ka nyin ko le discourse pa on safo nin tarono nyantata nyama ya atela mo the CEO of Gunjur la development sti ko nyanta kala je atela nyanta wo headla so mba tentula mba yela nambari nomati ba mama nafa wolmu koloko dorin koto barin koto le fanam mati mba fula Honorable Gibba, welcome to Dialogue with the Youth. So
yo abba Ebrima aning morning de Gunjur online ngal tentu ngal jey ngal nimbara ba fala assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam Mr. Gibba ni la fita kawo kambe Gambia ese diamu no na la woku maya tele last time nga start in English la bari mol nata fo ñu kal man ka kan fo maybe pros because left a filter down up to Gunjur pour mol sa understand sa jibe butun jannim bitalam fon ko to ma Ahmed Skatrel Janneh fela be konton na ba fole salam Honorable Gibba in be program to Honorable Gibba last time birimbe nyim program o yele la thinka kumaya ta baba kele pour nga fo ya explain mo le la role muminity as a ward councillor nimbo de woto nse alkalo fanana role do man dim foje nse VDC fanana role ta nga wolfo because mo nyanta ni lonnale because it seems there is a lot of interplay wala mo mol be mindi bije email a role lomba baba ke so nyanta will explain nale pour molia understand na nyina role mu nyineti nyin don na role mu nyineti nyin nga wolon then what the responsibility nyanta tala daming so di wo maril nimbodi da itoto VDC maybe the alkali and sinanga jibe the council of elders fanang nsa jibe wol kunta nyin kono nyaadile so fanan kacha janni ngata kudol folo kono ebisimla Mr. Gibba or Honorable Gibba, what is the role of the ward councillor?
Okay, Ibrahim Janneh abaraka bake ngal tentu kali jay kanang invite na platform auto kana kachala kana mi yalon ko akumaya batare ko ngayno fahamundala isaje nimbe akoli hela ko tambanyo fie salan jumala ni kan mara Dakar jumala ni kan Dakar an nimbe nyoni ni kala salan jumala ni kala fo e wala b wala x na yo bara jande be dunna local government akla landiro nyinto mbe mo le hakke danana min yalon ko e be from last program Gambia intan ko bi yamin be ngalon ne amantra falato so ngade ko koleasto ngata on and off so bara ningali mo le bi ay kontan baga pour kana ka kodul jankundi ñoma taje be se fahamro suno isage at least the working kana nyamin as a way bema nkanyo tonyela ntara ada conflict yo kamala mbella fela min fulo senandina annadiamo mba katala bakele ngabi sujindi min be fudurin na local government act nyin kono yo and mo kana joj ko mon jetalati wo Gambia local government act nyinti nan ala ko dami fana wala nan amala ko fana wo mankentela nandiro nyinti yo nsa commencé min tole kala jama ka fo traditional authorities minimum traditional authorities di fonso wofna bondi mi de ngalon juma I will chodi what as a traditional authority under the local government act in do manding france no se fo la role into the do mandi fo e fasara minimum district authority do mandi pana e fo na minimum local authority nin ko local authority nkali ko use ba the local authority to malami local authority sorti local government nyakoto so mbela fa wole flo commencer la nsna dum VDC la role France demanding and nsna dum councillor la role into as an individual and infana councillor role within his ward development committee so nsa commencer ka foko the traditional authorities local government act à la part 8 section 132 will be under the traditional authorities la and wala munti wala musefo and the alcalo lu sefo and alcalo the district kono they call regard as the traditional authorities headed by the sefo yo nimbo dawoto ate min the traditional authorities then number 1 district authority what district authority wala fana musefo ti and alcalo district kono wala you know district authority so in case in summary district authority are defined the traditional authorities not define wala nyama say for the alcalo yo local authority min yala ko kala use battle nembe diamon satel la kono kola yo local authority local government nyam koto wala minta ko council ani sefu ani alcalo. The local authorities of an area includes the council, and never the council here refers to the council representing the council in that area. So, the council or council needs say for the alcalo, local authority in the local government act. Nitijam underline ko, but I bluff to the council say for alcalo. There is no mention of councillors of elders. Let's note that here. There is no mention of the councillors of elders. Yo, sign. Ninsamun say for the Judice into mini alonko na local government act dia mutala on page 72. But often I'm bela cartane ka summarize the marek few areas, few points no for your drone. It's all over naka alcalo fanata a few points dengan alaman VDC to dengan album councillor takono. Yo say for la responsibility sokono ulo mnyinti ko to promote good order and stability in his or her district, preside over the district tribunal and hear and determine matters over which they have jurisdiction according to law, promote the general well-being of the district, safeguard the traditions, customs, and culture of the district, and promote the well-being of its people, keep a register of every village in the district, and perform such other duties as may be assigned to him or her by council or the commissioner. So summarily, you know, say for the responsibilities. Yo, nim tata alcalo plantato. Wofna just summarize doron. Alcalo responsibility abakono to promote good order, peace, and stability in his or her village. Promote the general economic development of his or her village. safeguard the traditions, customs, and culture of his or her village, and promote the well-being of its people, and often carry out such other functions and powers as may be assigned to it by the Council of District Authority. Exercise all powers vested in village head person by any other law. Enforce all laws of the National Assembly. Enforce all regulations and bylaws of the Council. Promote environmental health and sanitation. You know, Council Alcalde do summarize. Yo, say number auto. In Semurum VDC la responsibility fundamental because VDC coming abelare nyame ka bilo le kam mofla bonde anin sigi o le lanyo kam ye VDC form. Ici the Mali ye monto me kai ko chairperson e raso be do di treasurer secretary ya establish akle yo establish ye wo nyama. Therefore, a responsibility mean dealer will commence identifying local development needs in consultation with the community. VDC learning responsibility so in semi underline G, a community contenting akala kejele aka process jele in consultation with the community. Ako prioritizing such development needs in consultation with the committee, developing appropriate plans for addressing local needs in consultation with the community, raising, coordinating, and managing financial resources at village level, and shall be held accountable for all the financial and other resources, mobilizing community participation in development activities, implementing and managing such development plans and projects as the council may approve for implementation at village level, supporting and strengthening all development-oriented socio-cultural groups within the community, and carry out such other functions as may be assigned to it by the council or the ward development committee. But the fundamental issue here is they are the entry point of all development activities into the village. So that's the main issue with VDC role. In summary, most of the government every development activity should be channeled to the VDC, and then with these other functions tasking complete. And they also have to design or draw a constitution. If the starting managing and yamming, has to be determined by the VDC near draft or prepare, Yamul Kumandi, Ya Chandila, the Ning Mulisunda Kujamalaje, I validate in a working document as far as development issues in this village are concerned. Yo, Nimbodo, Nsana signed Councillor role into. Councillor will come in not from the last time. As an individual, policy maker within the Brickham Area Council with other colleagues, until like a sea, West Coast now la Punna, Kajeko can collect, Kajeko I collect. Mandi mola do kotamoto kajeko ufuna be implement woman na do at the level of the council. From council I do income from the society you can act as a spokesperson of the ward. What say kinole is a million word kapul connect Janneh jana kajako kul finami speed wa kwati ana na wodo yinkono wo fina mo wodo mi yalan ko nsa pleno nse mo fina la welfare like nim do lalde na wodo yinkono. For example, a bright example is like golden lead ni be do ko jani do fulal bije nyana ke ifna yo fi ila welfare ila ko do ninga ko yaje bole ite bim bono le fankam as a councillor, I can step in, walk out, who negotiate, give you the those to know. By the employee should do because those service to know means that they could fight. But as a representative, is to enter no situation do to ye could do to be means you know chakala alia kola niku. Yo wagen as a ward development committee where council and into ye doku jama fon landi what council what development committee nyakoto yo wolle be komin ko bare what development committee ate ka form nyaadile ate fana vidi simbe Gunjur what in kono wolle ka mofula tombon ye kinan to the councilor get a chairperson whom will members of the ward development committee. So in summary, ward committee final do mum final famoti will reviewing village plans with a view to identifying shared priorities and concerns, identifying and prioritizing ward needs and formulating ward development plans, serving as entry point for all outside assistance to the ward, coordinating development activities at ward level, establishing criteria for prioritization of development projects by villages, prioritizing development projects between villages, collaborating with donors in preparing project proposals for the wards, mobilizing community participation at ward level, mobilizing human, material, and financial resources for ward projects and shall be held accountable for such material and financial resources, promoting ward interest to the council and the donors, and such other functions as may be assigned to it by council. So, you know, ward committee do voting where I serve as the chairperson. But what you know, one, as a policymaker BAC council, two, as an agent of development in the community, and then thirdly, between the ward development committee, are all part of my role as the ward councillor. Namira was a commanding Fisanino Mula Fahamro into Ebrima.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Gibba. Ila wo clear ta baba bakele ning nsa sum up in a way nsa foko itelamu the CEO of Gunjuruti Gunjur be all the strategy the different layers mimbije abe on top by law itele bao coming for local government act ala 2002 I need symbol nim fen jamal di lale say for might be one district level formality I be mobile letter but ale kalol in a way traditional role da male be bulo kono it all fana be nyanta tare kotole development that in work with your stakeholders really I think yen min be ready tell mo ite betara wo hierarchy be santo so ila position of kumaya ta baba kele. But I just wonder because what we are saying all the time wolomu lafita minna wolomu nga system otanga change but I don't know whether you don't want to come put the comfort layer our yena yo ruffle so that your quality disrupt your change well asabu you kind of go in with the flow me along kabije system man change ba near jibe by law itele sembo warta alikalo ni fengol kadu council of elders in binala wotel wala kan wala mun da traditional level let wala man nyanda ka position wala min te ka do ko wala min ke tol man nyanda wokela but it seems ko kata nyaming alika ward councilor womu common quality alikalo is doing the role of the ward councilor handin tarandong itola role momenti ko overstep le ke role fenkota but malon foye ini word discourse leba for yet it might be politically iman lafika woku oppose because I think you need to change the system so that abenyam ngai bondi word dulato itola role momenti wo play itola role fana momenti wo play in tandem with the VDCs and all those things because ninga jibe most of the time, you emphasize on communities, puriya longo ye reconciliation, okay? Because yela post GB, one of yela posts, in 2018, you said my immediate focus will be a reconciliation alongside capacity building, and or civic education with a view to create more awareness and understanding, practical steps will be taken to address the challenges facing our community, which shall involve all the authorities like the Hon MP, the Chief, the Alikalo, and Council of Elders. Honorable, did you take that step? Because war is fundamental. That even before any role to you know very well mimuna problem with, and you address it because Gunjur online interview and you have this interview, but that's some of everything that you need to do. Why didn't you do it, or did you do it that I'm not aware of?
Okay, Ebrima, I'm very glad you mind somebody it's very good to draw my attention. Of course, and then I still stand by that, concept coming here in 2018. Thank you so much for reminding me, and it's important to task. It's at least remember. Ebrima, yes and no, simply because mbe step like in a wako mina na crisis taranyato. Crisis nyanko, I think ngame modima sabi na komuno dole BDC crisis urgency. Ntengo talari nyato because akumasu la treman tra council, but na tra council ngawo talari nyato anu wado mina 2018 ngani procedure ko the society coming it was just like a kind of disintegrated on that matter. So yafanya ko reconciliation and capacity building miyo capacity building natana fahamro le lakin ni baki ko yin kono wole sulu dinna pour ko sofna yini. Thank you for reminding me. Unfortunately, the capacity building aspect of it, Mamila, we have stepped into that, to be quite honest with you. But reconciliation of Karola, one follow major step in time. I remember my first meeting with the Council of Elders at the time, Ani Alcalo, and Gibba Moto, was the VDC and some other people. Namijun Kumandije, Naning Wokrasis discourse. With regards to the dissolution of Gunjur VDC, later a member of council at that time during the interim committee service work at the council. So no later time, la force will be in the Tandije in such a way. Pour honey minute na be Lorin Lulato is a only water Yajako war later was could not be supported. What was the coming out is null and void. One established there. Next explanation of the means that you understand, accept. Even Alcala at the time was in support of that solution. But a cabin now Kachabun Tema Auto, Nagi stabilize from Bota Wokono. Being difficulties to Purka will accept. Kasong O Vinicilla. I struggle along the line, Kajako Moli you when you understand, when you recognize it's a move no, go move away from that crisis. Over the time, the capacity building aspect of it is something that is lacking. So Namira, pointed down, I can say you have scored a point on me, which I have to admit here. Namira, at this very moment, looking at looking at the circumstances in Kono, Nyanta Wole for Nila Baba Karada, and it is within my plans to call for that. I'm trying to look out resource persons, many along can come up puru nga case la li nyakoto nyin kamala puru step in ka wo fa hamro di mulla ni ko local authority sodu ani other people within the community nyantalo dilal min tara puru ngo fa hamro di nyola. I could do it, but nga prefer ko ninga resource persons from outside what the wose keno effectively isa je molia fa hamno akana ke modul fe ko bi ben de le bije ko bi chonte na bije. But obviously speaking, we highly need this capacity building. So, and I will try to see to it that no watching or Janneh or any other time sooner, no Kachani. So, really jabbing on you for the meantime.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable. I'm glad you still put that in the table because Ninga Jenga Nyimfo, most of the people on me are long konke bondi alekal and ke bondi nakabi lolito. Most of the time, Kabila Kebalo Minisutiatela ika wolle ta doro ye adi sambanna VDC bawo kabilo le ka mol supply and saying Gunjurula situation no change ta baba kele 10-20 years ago nintana no ibina mol fela comme ye VDC la ni role min for tenting to draw a road map to make assessment for entry point for businesses and all those things what skill they need so the current min BJ they will struggle with that but Gunjur has a lot and Gunjur dingol me Gunjuru inila education on nyanye bota kabilo leto probably in internal be meeting the capacity cool nim fengol alise moli chodi kabilo leto pour yena moli fena min ya lonko Gunjura dynamism saying ala situation obe nyami in terms of complex businesses are coming, more people are coming virtually, is all the capital of the Gambia now because of more kabondi tan mafangola nyadi le banjul mafangole kana Gunjur. Pour some of those complex things in the capacities to don't say woli na fendam because more bigele pour ngoli chodi ngana fendam. I know sometimes it's difficult name more chodi because son nala. But I think war is cool on me along kumbayata. But honorably continue to come. We will collectively have a case study of all issues and possibly map out a strategy to ameliorate the situation on the environment specifically, women affairs and the youth. These are the things, so you be understand very, very well, even before now. Problem the environment all over the place we have these environmental issues and all those things, but do you have any strategy or the road map for possibly at least to ameliorate some of the things, because we are almost in 3 years now in this position? I should be thinking might be in terms of striking out a strategic map or a strategic document me along hand in terms of implement model is a implement on your recommendation. But I understand. I don't know whether I'm right or not. Wolamu, birinata nam, system ka change. Wokoleate bulubaba because of a chronic institutional you don't want to take them or you don't want to attack them. One might be the malafi tokuyala, two might be malafi political calculation, but most of the problems. I know you are very intelligent. You captured them very well. And I was wondering, I said, before you come, all these things. What is holding you back to implement?
I would love to know specifically issues will be for many along maybe for maybe some political reasons or otherwise. But before now, like coming this conference coming here attending, what you address like coming for Kabilo to come to the BDC, knowing the importance of the BDC Kumaya battle. Atamida Dango drawing more to Momi and Amare Dango Atari Saturn draw. BDC B. Near not from Honeywood degree because a local entail. Definitely, I'm monitoring cabinet, they are very much aware, educated, and connected. Near BDC responsibility be the government active mean blended BDC in Korea. Always a committed number of Campo Carre, the Syrian Yamana. Your Tumando Bato, Ningo conference or Ning Sota Colafalanyani, where did I explain the Torah Kibali long? Birisla Kumani long again is now long go Minaka Mo Sifa means Sambachi. Like near BDC compare from BDC compared to the BDC. Nka difference value in terms of human resource, the quality or the setup in BJ, nka press back to the BDC. Yo, coming to the strategy, with this BDC in fact, Council, we are working on it. Working on it very well, starting from Carton, because the is crisis in so we are putting certain things on the table. Means strategy that more tombola, man, I mean, Sula Purmu, the Mayakas, Kabila Helia, Funa, Patele, work again. There has to be a Kabilo meeting. Kabilo meeting has to be called, and the moment your Kabilo meeting attend, it be to the suffer. Even because Kasabe, you most select from the moment select la male and female, Abekila from the Kabilo meeting and all the attendees in the Katose Sabe, Yen the correct of Nage, putting out song Kabila Kare Momenta, Ya Tomboni Tomunya Sifala. Letter of Nan Tabler of Napoleon, Fonsa, the man in Pruning Kamala, for letter quality of people in at least Kabilo France will understand you should praise what Tomboni Sifala. I can't come in for more great trusting Kabon, don't come with a card like Trevor for don't work on well to one in fact. Sometimes when I kill issues with him. Your name would open come like I said, Ningata specifically issues Gemini along where you feel maybe I'm not touching them, or maybe you still want me to touch more about on them. So naturally, I'm gonna have a love used to the Wofanina. Has I interesting.
Yes, thank you, Councillor.
You get me?
One, yes, one is a strategic map for because ndena mo kwali wo initiate and wo kumaya ta baba because wo be direction on the pave out lab pour nyanta ko tilin na nyami aning wolomu alikalo ning council of elders because it all ka position o min from azum. Definitely, la position of manke wotite la position of muwoti, and that has been going on for long time. Any even kita fadang, more kati told ya ku la itela do ku muminti as a CEO. But me understand ye told me la role le long. Maybe told ya me la ko told la role lebe tambita ward councilor la. But councilor have been established, by independent electoral article 192 mu constitution ole fango the woman act fango. It's a local government act one to the baratol, constitution or article 192 for a mandate to be where you are. But most of the time, what I'm seeing coming online because on the ground, wala munka alkalo lije kuwa min nyato, woman ka alkalo la role nin VDC nin itebije as a ward councillor. Probably ma understand. And and somebody need to tell them, really, you are overstepping some of the things me along with because near Alcalo Gibba, Alcalo, it is essential to know that their role has been purely traditional, and are the custodian of tradition and culture in the various villages they had, in line with the local government and decentralization changes in the Gambia. There have been some changes in the Alcalo as a structure of the local government and decentralized process. So, virtually, role traditional role the mality, and in Kataranya but when it comes to Satila business, only Kudoli, they and the Council of Elders, many along wolu daman tara jele fam wol kan mami Gunjur damal because dula the Council of Elders fam man tara sate dol. But this thing has been going on for nearly 2-3 years since CBJ. Did you tell them, really, akoleata nyawonya to change the system, nyimmankala dokoti, wala janni bitala kuokula, they need to consult you and the green light dealer with the VDC. So those are the things and those are important, Mr. Gibba, Honorable.
Let me comment. But did you tell them is what you are asking? Very good.
Yes.
I can say among the senior talenti, among the senior fulati, among the senior sabati, ni dega si, nka VDC la role ni mfwe, and the limitations on kala fwe. Alkala role and responsibility, not once, not twice, nkala fo at nigel sini beyond. VDC ni alkala role, among the tin among the fulati. But you know what? Minimum problem of our farm 40. Kabring Bodo VDC crisis in Kono, which Alkali was he was part of the crisis. In support of that, the solution on him. Kabring the solution on him failed. Mfawanyala at a time, the meeting with Alkali was in D. Ko Satela ko Shatale, Satela ko Samsi, what happened from Tile. I invitational extend to the to many people. You will be absorbed as Council of Elders. And then Ustaz Nala Kafu Larry Yoka. And will be absorbed into the Council of Elders. New local meeting was no monthly meeting of some time ago. I come and say Gunjur started nim VDC issue to the young boys ever started a voice is net alkali advice will indeed. But in any fall California ko alkal kana ida makana VDC advice. Nim VDC kumo pada alkali follow team in the Council of Elders. Even only as ye will fue nim beta bulu VDC karalamba for mansala karalamba. Ini si wole yete fana kumo tamefe ye yamar ye kama tuite bulu ye mimi tulete bulu ite fana bo yamar dina BDC la to ite man BDC yamar lat. Council of Elders have no provision in the Local Government Act. Atiji. Among any rule defined Council of Elders here, but traditionally it all time started because started Kabilo started law. So Walatina Kabilo Momodou can only work with the alkali separately, helping the alkali to come up with a right state of mind. Ningyatra Abital VDC advisor. Because ala VDC fana advice o mamulunko na mean for drum will in the both sides from money belonje. VDC advice ning VDC advice is not in the best interest of the community. It's a alkali woman started favor. But you be a phone phone, VDC qualika moine, alkali moine, started giving them mechanical favor. How the VDC should operate when Yendaka advice alkali and when alkali VDC engage. So sign the understanding for you also in national practicalize will issue the media alone is not forthcoming. But I told them now fully very clearly, very clearly that alkali should rely on the elders. New cooler waiter, advice in the Canadian only fire. I didn't VDC na collect table ni make new advice la. VDC convince ko ni better because nang kibal ni mo ni better. But instead, the Council of Elders alkali they invite the cross the Councillor wolle ka ni wolle ka ta lejo decision ko ta when they don't even put me on board. And I will call back because na alfalom. Sometimes ni ngaje imam so school me van sometimes ni opportunity so we have to talk about it. I do talk, but sometimes I can difficult battle. Ngonga na mbile challenge to. Looking at our tradition, na values na customer dynamic wrong. So, but that is the hard fact. Me alone, well, abundantly within. Well, at the conference, state conference again. Resource persons on other community development and some other civic education from one new social don't know. Put also the jump inside at least. To Mandoba, the new will time is a faham no co. This is where no limitations to Janneh. Alkali salon and the Jamal engage. And the rely Jamalika. But the alkali is on for follow. So, come the data be for but definitely Nanda Kumolo from Felena explain it. Maybe to them absorb no walaka, consume no, practicalize.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Gibba. Once again, mbeten tulambe jayila mbena lamoral kontonda mfankotoma Dr. Amadou Scatchel Janneh, the program o jibe kanne Michel Bajo Jawabanna. Assalamu alaikum to you all. Mfawola Terima Kendo says Jabi Jeto says Assalamu alaikum, and Jabi says well done, Honorable. We can see and hear you clearly this time around. Ni wobo dita jefanang Lamin Toure ko Assalamu alaikum EB and Honjiba Basirun Dong mfango doma interesting program and in Alaji Ebrima Jata Alaji Mbesango Kontona thank you very much mfango doma. Said Jabiko, I understand the honorable stand regarding the politics, but the most important thing is what benefits most Gunjurinkas, especially the golden lead issue, the environment, and the youths, regardless of the politics. And Buba Toure, Terima Coxco, good evening to you all. And Mariama Joara, the Molbe Kontona. Once again, the program, once again, the main discourse can. The misunderstanding because of lack of communication. Many are long Gunjur. And in the institutions, many are long they don't seem to know their role. because they keep overlapping from one place to the other. And the moment the ward councillor me yalonka nata, I think he has a lot of reservation because I come in for nakebal lomu purukamo ke challenge ka tandila ko really hanni me challenge, or you can sit with them and communicate with them. Ko be role min play ka woman ke la role ti, even though political powers binala ye exploit, but it can role will mean especially Gunjur be complex in nyamin sai. Businesses are coming. Business will mean international experience lesson. They have a lot of money. They want to come and invest in Gunjur. Instead of invest Gunjur resources taya exploit, but Gunjur fana in nafa soteje na funding kielse employment or kedinga conditions dealer because it did mean sotoje in toleje o sotolaje. But niji at least in dolphin condition dealer. Wo a special skill they need me alonko inyanta molle sotola mini alonko lawyer lomiti banker sol lomiti mini finance management long mini alonko they need to sit with those companies mini alonko jina na sate to inala resources exploit pour ina jibe se min keno Gunjur se nafa min sotoje bawo kodo min kasodo Gunjur ani mimbe kering Gunjur wo is two different things. They jibe the Chinese golden lead biri nata nang verbally they just said mbe silo de dala mbe local marse de dala liele mbe nyinne kela inin ke bal da gorta ima safe itoli yeminke ni lawyer da gorta wala wo is binding say mote forcela no pri wo silo dada, and they are having millions of dollars ibe min re come from Gunjur. And unfortunately fish meal companies Chinese will not ko mbe funding ke talale nge employ nge keten but fish meal company is a very simple amanke complex industry me along kase mo jama employ nole it cannot just employ many people because the process min bije is so simple yena nye bondi ba ko nalia fajindi jana ya jio bondi jana ya ke powder ti. That's what they do. This is why Chinese in dantango min bije fo mo saba mo dantang wolle be skill doku wala skill doku wo skill doku wala ndol lafta nin company min data is a namoli in the metro but wo fe bije mechi doku wala mo Chinese wolle be marari wo mu be bela Gunjur dingo dantango min bije malon for 30 people fango bo dulade e wala community wala ke labor sol damade security guard sol minika nye dunu ka bondi ba ko no kanay fenam nin Chinese sol lungo minne close wo maril they go back to zero man skill so keba ma wo understand but niya for any time you ko keba ye keba le doya keba niya ko ita 70 years. I'm not disrespecting them. It's a traditional institution style yake, but if mfango dingol bijele mini ya long ko they are fantastically intellectuals. Gambia, Africa, well, they can strike any trade business with anybody. Any business is a Gunjura long-term interest long. It cannot sway by the little amount of money. New business will kana minna ye wali dealer. Niko keba ko wuli keme. Ateba mira wuli keme mo kodi jamale ti mi ya lonko because definitely wuli keme mate ku jamale, but wuli keme is nothing. So these are some of the things nyanta mini discuss la. It's unfortunate honorable dropped ale so mba jibela le miya lonko malon for na work lombang if that's the case that's unfortunate but that's some of the Gambia's ala conditions Benjamin the proviso of that country where nothing is reliable imagine say sasa tolle katara order operation sasa tolle katara kurang olibala fe so kurang keep going like this all the time iko kurang ole tata na work so unfortunately probably malon fo bina fail if not bin abekolea la baba kele purunga ward councillor such jam puruka nyinku discourse for some reason, but these are very, very important things we need to understand. Alikalo ni sefolu ila role mu only traditional role let ye la role taya extend demanding but wo role manke ko itolle nyanta satela development all talent all those things for VDC and in council of ward council well they go to them and seek things need all man fenke wala tesina module walate in a model cop in na bo fanankela it need to be at the traditional level but puru kata ka business ol ta ke negotiate on behalf of Gunjur wala businessman oleta ye VDC tuje ye ward councilor tuje ta straight to alikalo ya That's not Arkalo la doko. Ni tata ayafana nyanta minkela. He need to refer them to the ward councillor and in a VDC and in the skilled people. I think ward councillor should be here. So that Nangaron will be meeting them. They have to have this committee. Me alonko, they are only composed of Gunjurians, me alonko, yes, skills sort of in different areas. Any decision before Batala in terms of companies coming, in terms of business coming to invest in Gunjur, well, like an apro Gunjura resources can extract. Puri se water, it's a woli GBA no nyadile. What technical committee can discuss those things based on expertise, but not only. Honorable and content you are bad. You feel like letata. But it can well honorable. Yes, until honorable. Yes, honorable. You are live now. We can well. Yes, if until we have honorable is back. Honorable, ni pareta anytime. Shout. And we will take it from where we stop. But Nying is very important. Councillor I taujamal letter because he understood. The ward councillor understood Gunjurula problem over me even before because I have his interviews here back in 2018 when he put his hand on the lever of our problems. But I think some reservations is holding him. But anytime the system. Hello, Fabai. Yes, Nkaje online live. He's not talking. I'm seeing him live. Yes, so this is the whole issue. The whole issue is all about communication, so that the people of Gunjur can communicate. The resource people, those who are educated and they should not divorce themselves from the issues of Gunjur. They have to get involved because no one can be losers all. The resources are there. The riches in Gunjur is there. Nga hanes nga plan ku mobe na fa soto je. Han scholarship board nin la fita fangon sa law with Gunjura resources min bije. Modol is in my binte government stop la no from doing it. Barni minata inata entry point Gunjuri ajibe se mine negotiate no pour Gunjura benefit short term and long term. Han nendano iso mitigate with some of the destructions minikana. Or nendano communicate properly. What destruction on so all fango tale nga balance no properly. So that ala impact kana wara wonya matedi. But I think when he comes again, we will go to the golden lead issues and some of other issues many along KBJ. Because in the first place, we have a tourism economy. Me along eco-tourism lum. Abena environmental boost lale, the environment will be green, it will be taken care of, and it will really rake in a lot of money for Gunjur and a lot of employment. Ninga jibe, Gunjurolo bada borindo mume be. Is dotted with small businesses, many uncle Gunjurun Kolomiti, more than employ here and there. William Molemy employed to offer no golden leader because golden lead cannot employ more people. They can't. It's just a simple processing thing. Me along they are getting a lot of money out of that. So, but ning company nata mansakunda me along with foresight so to ningela jamme time. Iko company tala la productive sector be dami like ntolla bada to is a tourism economy is a productive sector for Gambia because a lot of money and a lot of employment can generate. You don't put a fish meal company on the beach. You don't do that. Han internal fish meal company binaleka minke ikadulale tandila maybe Gunduru ni sifo tema na industrial park utanga yeleje o ngesamba maybe kiyang or somewhere else but ning Gunjur ko nafale bije man la fi bondila je. Then up Gunjur, Santo demanding Gunjur can become or somewhere else. Ngatal nunga fish meal, fish industrial park loje, and alongside fish meal or sen nafa, bada to fanante tijala. Nyoka na so far, so kana nyofa. It's a benefit in co from all these things. But you need to kill no. So this is why we need people. Many are local strategically, they understand these things, they understand the issues. They don't think $1 million is a money that Gunjur's gentlemen celebrate. Look at the Chinese one, look at the golden lead. Very not a promise all minta ko be bato silo dadala for sila bakang amanda da. Iman song iko be local marse min dadala amanda da. It could be employment or mean create la Gunjur, employment man create, or job from the hell, unskillful jobs, many along ko nyedu no insecurity, guardia, well be for few people. But Barajibe, you mean the promise wall development as means Gunjur na fa yenya kasi wall. Since because it's not contracted on paper, more for sale no. So niya woke gamoni gamo Chinese sol ye nisi turarin kilinta ye na wodi na molla ndol ko nyini na fa warakala dan in Chinese sol kana ni so ka famfam Gunjur gamoli tole Gunjur dingol kan ni sol faale. What is so special? What is so unique? Momi nyanta silo dadala aman so wo dada aman so Allah marase dada promise ta aman so wo dadala then I na nisi turarin kilin di Allah. So that's how we fail to understand issues. Woka me it and ndolma issue le understand about what is happening with the these are predators. They have no value for your communities. They don't care about you. They care about their interests. That is their best friend. Honorable, can you hear me? Honorable Gibba, let me know. So these are the situations. But for us seeing a discourse, really speaking, it affect we need to come out and communicate, and we need to stop being scared. Kafokoika kebal le nyin kebal Gunjur be mbadin killing wallet. Imama mumintim mama mu wallet. Ibari mumintin defanam bari mu wallet. Yes, Honorable Gibba, can you hear me? Honorable, can you hear me? Yes, anytime, Honorable Yemo.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, brilliant. You are inside now. Sorry for that. Nawek tata kuntuta. Or whatever happened. Okay, Honorable. Lafta na la Gunjur, janninga na golden lead, chombi na la Gunjuru la tax leto. Tax minka collect Gunjuru. Jaman le ka collect, ngalo ne ko the Central Council bijele, mi yalon ko Birkama Area Council, the municipality bijele in la fenko be Gunjure. So can you explain, from the layman perspective, Gunjuru la tax, ni ya collect ka Kenya dire, please. Can you hear me? Yes, it seems Honorable still struggle with either the network or whatever the problem is. And Akon Nawek has gone. Mr. Jiva is now on mobile data, and which is not strong. But can he put up the video? Audio damati. If the technical. Technical. Aha.
Kordala namo korda jolu anin bitiko
Yeah, I think Honorable Jiva say audio that might use instead of a video on since Nawek Tata saying and the Wi-Fi mantara tamaka. I think it will be good. The technical team, internet software say audio that might use might be well about a bit easier with that. Since Nawek Tata saying. You can come in. Okay, sign Kemuela, come ahead. Come on, sorry. Elonte ke moylen ko acha go ahead in the tax school and you kono Gunjuru la tax nying na collector ka Kenya dile bada to Chinese Swiss meal and all the restaurants min bijani businesses. Once again, sorry for that interruption. Nawek has gone. and Mr. Gibba is now using his own mobile data.
Yeah. All right. Come on.
Ha.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Jiban kemo inte kemo ile mbeje kande ne video be disturb kan se audio da ma yusun se kan moy, you know, is unfortunate na work went but these are so important topics that we need to have, you know, candid discussions, you know, so that Gunjur resources Gunjur nafa in skill centers law in fenkendo law in kodo sotonomy along kase kujamata aya asen nafa, you know, because the resources are there. Can you mean kabondi je is a lot of money, you know, environment damages minbije abika compensate no, because mbika money je doesn't come to Gunjur or inanata maybe akata only a clique of people lebulokon, you know. Golden Lead the same time, Golden Lead fele is comfortable that they have it so cheap, and the money they make in that in that place is so huge to the extent that, you know, but how selfish they are. Even though they prefer, you know. Thank you, Honorable Gibba. Can you hear me? Yes, anytime Honorable Gibba a chance to come in.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, brilliant. So I'm Fananke Moile. I seems is better with the audio. You know, nka wale fo enko Gunjuru la tax ni nata wale to bada lito woni small businesses, the CBOs and all those things. Nko tax wale ika Kenya dile ngalon de, you know, the municipal council bijele anila regional government mimbije and all those things. But can you explain that to us? Because mojama calling in kanyin tax mimbe soto Gunjura kata muntole.
But nte be mo kana de Ebrima.
Yeah, it is sad, really, and it's nerve-wracking, you know, to have a guest from the Gambia, you know, because the electricity fluctuates, you know, on and off continuously, and even the data that people are spending their money on is not working as how it should be. So there's a lot of things that we need to have it right in the Gambia. Things are not right in that country. That is just the fact. And if you want to accuse me of being political, is a badge of honor, because politics decide my life, politics decide my tax, politics decide I paid everything in that country and it's still in my country. If politics decide that, the politics has to be right, and until politics is right, things will be right in the Gambia. So it is important things get right, and it is our duty as citizens of that country, so that we fight and make sure things are right in that country. You know, we have no obligation to worship any particular leader. What we worship is a leader that will come and compensate, you know, the decadence that is happening in that country. But until then, we don't have any loyalty to any leader that fails to uplift our lives. The Gambia is going down in a free fall. Things are wrong. Things are not right. You know, but I don't want to get distracted from, you know, yes, you know, that's what we are saying. The tax school, Gunjuru tax, we need to know. We don't know, since the word Councillor Nata, Gunjuru tax, I mean like a Gunjuru. So I'm not on the ground, but you know, the abattoir nenenga wala moye koi worry for bishila demanding. That was it. But wokola, I didn't see anything that they could in Gunjuru call the tax law nyinti mi ya lon ka collect and all those things. Then down fanabika na Gunjur. You know, why is it not coming to Gunjur? You know, for central government nekata. I know central government, you know, iman lafi decentralization. They don't want to support the municipal, the local governments. Iman lafi They don't want them to be independent. So for that being the case, they stop them from having funds. Me alonko itolnyanta. So I'm independent. I understand that. So, but what I want the ward councillor to come and tell us, mine be caring for government that can do be kolaki kotobang. Minan na gunjuru la marse mandada. Minan na gunjuru fengo mume baby tinya rinje. Minan na abatuaro ni tata je. You just vomit because ni tata je. You don't even want to buy any meat in Gunjur because of ikafa daming. Everything is going down. How patient can we be? How humble can we be? How self-sufficient can we be in the wake of these poverties, in the wake of the failures from our leaders, locally to the top, to the very top, to the very top? Mobe are dictators. Everybody in your place is a small dictator. Ni elevator to another level, ika elevate nyaming ila dictatorship katawale nyam. We cannot just understand these things. In a way, that's why Golden gets so emboldened, because you have few Chinese young boys, young boys, less educated. We are educated than them. Ne Gunjuru Jibe with its complexity. Ne Gunjuru Jibe with the education. We are educated people, both Arabic and English. And that is true. You don't have all these disciplines. Gunjuru can run them. Gunjuru has been in the central bank. Umar Jatawul, the regional coordinator of Action Aid, Lamin Toure or Lamin Soto. If you have, former ministers in the name of Dr. Amadou Scatterell Janneh, you have one of the top lawyers in the name of Lamin Jedab. What is happening in Gunjur? Still, we have octogenarians. Octogenarians. In this school, they need to be retiring. They say no. Still, it all in Chinese in the new 20, 30 something years. They come and invest. We can run a fish meal business. Gunjur can run a fish meal business. Why Gunjur is not running that fish meal business? Why are we giving that to Chinese? We have a tycoon in the name of Alaji Konde. Alaji Konde can run that business for himself. I Gunjuru nafa, I employment create more. Ni Alaji Make, the business tycoon, the Conte, Alu Conte can do that business for himself. Why are we not doing this? And we are just taking this to Chinese. Small boys, they don't respect us. They are raking all the money, the juvenile fish that they are killing. This fish is the only, the bonga that we eat. One of the only source of protein, continuous protein. Me along control molka thank you. Somebody said, Ahmed Manjal said that's why we are clever at school. But yes, need deficiencies in proteins and protein because subo do mabage, subo molbuka wasano, nyele kana. So iba koko la alaje, because when you communicate, well, in America, in China, in all the places, new fish meal goes to those places. Ika fish meal farm. Ika nyele minta ke bantara ba kono ika jiola ne dunda kono ike danyi ni wala. So tons of tons jenni ya lonko tuna killing tuna janna be menna wobe fish meal o min domola fango wobe siala ba kel. And there's a lot of demand, especially new environmental issues kana saying there's a lot of demand for fish meal. Why can Gunjur do the fish meal business? Or can we just be so useless? Put three Chinese, 4 Chinese, young boys, they hijack this place. And we are queuing to have handout from them. Young boys, wala neman respect, wala nebe na mol video la, wala neba fola na mole ko ha, altajana, because, ika mari boat wala say nim dumala ni here and there la, that cannot just be right, wala nema ima more respect. So you mean di natalang you talking in the modola you bondi from 500 might be a 1,500 dealer it go nyonte saying I need to defend this. You start fighting everybody in Gunjur. Momo te ko in Chinese ole ko ali nyatale ali sutiatale, not the Chinese. They don't even come out. Ntol fa fellow Gunjurians na fellow Gambians wale kana finti with their chest pounding, they want to attack you. And they very well know it's not right and long term is not sustainable. Nela company la set up Gibba. Yes, Mr. Gibba, Mr. Gibba is calling me. My mobile is not here with me, but there is no ringing from here. Anyway, so this the situation. It is unbelievable what is happening. It is unbelievable what is happening in Gunjur. And when you monkey body,
Ethnic Isles, ethnicisles.com. Ethnic Isles is a newly launched online store brought to you by Kadijaba to the Senegambian African community. Ethnic Isles will sell all your ethnic products at a reasonable price, just under one click. Visit our friendly online site where you can buy products from clothing, groceries, fashion accessories, African and Caribbean food, all under one roof. Ethnic Isles is also providing
and once again, to call.
Ethnic Isles, ethnicisles.com. Ethnic Isles is a newly launched online store brought to you by Kadijaba to the Senegambian African community. Ethnic Isles will sell all your ethnic products at a reasonable price, just under one click. Visit our friendly online site where you can buy products from clothing, groceries, fashion accessories, African and Caribbean food, all under one roof. Ethnic Isles is also providing a door-to-door delivery service to your families in the Gambia. Tell your friends and families back home, Ethnic Isles is here for easy and hassle-free shopping on www.ethnicisles.com. Any information, contact our friendly admin. We're here to help. Ethnic Isles is our own.
Yes, we are deeply sorry for second time in a row. Mr. Gibba drop out. Not his fault and not our fault. Is that the NAWEC, the electric system in the Gambia is beyond belief. Nothing seems to be working in that country. We thought that electricity will stabilize by now, but instead everything is going down. And I deeply apologize to all our listeners because what we are discussing is so important. And this is not, we confine ourselves to Gunjur, but this is not only Gunjur issue, this is Gambian issue. We don't know the amount of money that is being, if we are organized, if we know how we can run our things, that we can fetch from Gunjur Beach. We don't need anybody to come and do investment for us there. We can have our money there. We can rake a lot of money that can develop Gunjur. And the ecotourism economy also will be booming alongside, and we'll be healthy, because that is what is important. Let's stay healthy. As far as we are healthy and we are alive, things will happen in that country. But all this, the fish is being, angrily taken out from our seas. And the Chinese don't bother, they don't care. These are young boys. How can it be insulted for the whole executive of Gunjur, from the CEO, that's the ward councillor was in there, but the VDC, the Alikalo, the chiefs, and all those things, all follow each other. Hello, Honorable, how are you?
Hello.
Yo, ikam moy lebang. Oh, very well. Ngamira na mol fana be moy kanne is good yetara audio to it seems very clear now. And na mol ngamire be moy kanne. I hope the technical team will let me know whether mol ba moy kanne, all over the place, ninternu na mol ba moy la na listener so la saying alsa fonni. Honorable Benyin tax ko nyim fokang ngo Gunjur la bada to including the golden lead. For a tax jole ngalo ne ko anyway government man chance ngalo ne government ma wo chance dia la pour aller independent, pour aller decentralize, have your phone. I know there's a lot of interference there. But for golden lead buba ture nyini karoke, I am curious to know, how much tax area council collect from Gunjur annually. Can the councillor help us with the figures? Does the fish meal company pay anything to the community annually? So nyen tax ko nyen mo da fula ngi ka kenyo wuri janale ka fen ko wuri janale golden lead be janale. Yes, so nyen tax ko a clear ndinya what is going on there, ward councillor. Yes, Honorable is struggling with his data anyway. I think he is just frustrated for both of us anyway. And so Meminkela Wolomu, I think we need to round this thing up, because the interruptions there. Amankala faulty, he's there, he's frantically trying to get in, so that as a co explain more, as a co bondi mole nyoto. But that's some of the Gambian situation. Our proviso is pathetic, but mote nyimbondi lankam, dua manta nyimbondi lankam, ninga no lu lunkatasi jame wali ninkenken jame wal tonkal kurano karang is not going to happen. Allah gave us all the tools pour ka decide ko leaders all mi yalon ko imam betea ali bondije, ali corruption all nin ko litali bondije, ali etali bondije. Honorable, Honorable, you are in. You are in. Honorable, you are in. Honorable, you are in. You are live. Honorable, you are live. In the
last council meeting.
Yes, Honorable seems to still struggling with his devices there, the data and all those things. So this is what we are saying. Gunjur need to be bold enough. Ngana finti nang momenta more disrespect la, because that's not my nature. That's not many people's nature. But tell me along come be dundi yaring anin tingol anin mini soto. Nim banku dolle wol soto o sate dolle soto in Europe, especially in Tolmin Tamada, will be dingol te karamboli jola. Will be better in place for them. That's what is there for Gunjur. But no, all the resources are going. You just keep asking. And Gunjur, Hanela speaker Tinyada, they will call the diaspora to help them with the loudspeakers. That cannot just be. That cannot just be when we have all these resources. Akata young boys will bulo kono mi alon ko dindi on lomit. Ndolla molle aware teti, ndolla molle karanteti, inada, but because he can bribe le. Once you get Dukota, bribery and corruption, mobile deal, along you manke the right way of giving you this money. And it's not their intention. They don't like to give you that money. But they are looking for their interest. Once you walk wrong, Amari se jutila. This is why these young boys, the Chinese, the few of them, Bao Kebal will line up to go and meet them instead of them going and meet those Kebal, because he told the Sulata Wolbulo Konofen. They know that they dine and wire with our local our authorities, our leaders, and they can dealer. So they don't just bothered about what you complain, what you not complain. Look at what is happening here. Imanta, NEA mi alonko la restriction stop notice mi alonko ya di la jibe. Violation upon violation, violation upon violation. In a safety nets and everything. Hello, Honorable, can you hear us? So yes, but I think this should be the end of the program. Left I'll keep Janneh to explain things, but time has gone already. More be handing things on and off. That cannot just be good for the program, But Nimmanke disrespect to any Kebati, and we value our Kebal. That's why Ilalondo Manfuta Daming, and Yakata Yentol Karandi ko mumebe barbi futada dulaminto. I think they need to take a back seat. Ning sa la ko nata Kebal nyanta tambila dami yatambi woto, but ning anata to strike out contracts. Businesses coming, definitely mini current need to handle those contracts. Not Kebal mi ya lonko, they cannot even speak English. Well, and Nanita the Chinese olia na diate English speak. Na diate ko we cannot speak English. That's what they are doing at Golden Lead there. And they have the audacity. Ika musolla na ko tay ko ka wo engrojle. Kata musolla na ko ta. Halin taranum faway bo fanam fawtala procedures le biye yafoy, but no tulikilin do renate ni la samatobe yaay le na ko nim fengol ko ne be la fir fengol takile be fengela ninda nu mol man campaign ke ka wuli te nu they are not going to leave those places bo fana engroj la ni ngini engoro foy sembo soto je lumbe sila e dulale mir list gunju dol te access soto la wo bada. I tell you, because that's what they are doing. Na resources mi ya lon kontrole nyanta tala nga tap na sen that I can na kodoti ka sen ka trade with people. Chinese wale na ye waleta or Golden Lead ye na ya nationalize. Wo export nimfenkol ika katala Gambia la trade lum what Gambia la trade lum Gambia la export lum. But in essence Gambia la exporting there. It's Chinese export and the money goes back to China. So until we cannot just be, how can we just be with all this education nimfenkol? And the processing company me along fish meal dobanding on takela no. People has to come from all the way from China, to operate fish meal for us. Probably in Alaji Conte or Ahmed Cultural Janneh or maybe Lamin Jedab or anybody else, na fish meal okay jemba mal mbija be respect lale. And nkodo nya keta nya he will stay in the Gambia. And that fish meal company should not be in Gunjur. It should not be Badatu, sorry. Badatu is an industry by itself. Sign tourists will stop the small businesses man fenke. Ye modo lela hotel nila, motel indingol nila, restaurant dingol boy, inani loje. And they become arrogant. Therefore, na molka small pittance mi yalonko, crumbs mi yalonko, ikaofa inkang, Niya for na mole amira umu kodol. But long term, it will for minko access to, they will not have that access. Anyway, we have to close this program. I'm very, very, very sorry, excessively sorry. That Honorable has to drop like this on and off. It's not his fault. He is still there. He's been sitting in this place since 5 o'clock, trying to connect so that he can share, he can divorce with some of the things, some of the ideas, some of the conflict that is happening in Gunjur. Analysis say, it's a cool sort of understanding, but unfortunately, the facts are with him and that level on the ground. So it will be very important for boy, unfortunately, it couldn't happen. Once again, thank you so much for listening. Mbalten tulambali jaila so manga Imam Sidu Ali soto the prohibition of tribalism in the Gambia. Mbe wofa mboka chala from the Islamic perspective with Imam Sidu Ali. Ba on tolbe mo killing already. No Gambia. Inen don denta jana. Inen don denta jana. Inen don denta jana. Inen don denta jana. Dolma mama fulo de jana. Mbama ol mu jata wol de jana. You are just a rainbow call. United Nations, you as individual, almost every Gambian, and still politicians many along with fail catastrophically. They come and tell us and divide us into tribes. So then the Malbe Kelala, Badingol the Malbe Kelala. So tomorrow we have this topic with Imam Sidu Ali. Mbalten tulambal jaila for your time. Allah baraka babak.
Ethnic Isles, ethnicisles.com. Ethnic Isles is a newly launched online store brought to you by Kadijaba to the Senegambian African community. Ethnic Isles will sell all your ethnic products at a reasonable price, just under one click. Visit our friendly online site where you can buy products from clothing, groceries, fashion accessories, African and Caribbean food, all under one roof. Ethnic Isles is also providing a door-to-door delivery service to your families in the Gambia. Tell your friends and families back home, Ethnic Isles is here for easy and hassle-free shopping on www.ethnicisles.com. Any information, contact our friendly admin. We're here to help. Ethnic Isles is our own.